Hey everybody, this is Abdul, your host for Up Your Game, 90 seconds of hiring advice for marketers by marketers. And I'm here today, excited to be joined by my friend Mike Zagorsek, VP of Marketing. Mike, I have got a question for you. When you go into an interview with a candidate, what are some of the common mistakes you see from candidates make?
Yeah, it's a great question. I would say for marketing roles in particular, I always feel that the strength of marketing is to be connected with the business and the products and the services and the offerings, right? The more a marketer channels what the company does and the value it adds, the more they can make a contribution. So one of the mistakes I've seen is candidates coming in without having educated themselves enough or at all about what the business does and the products they offer. And as a result, I'll always ask the question where I say, well, did you try the product? Or what did you think of our website? Or is there any messaging that stood out to you? And it becomes really apparent very quickly if they did that research up front. And so I always sometimes give candidates advice to say, hey, please spend a few minutes with our materials because I'm going to ask you about them.
Oh, interesting. You would think something so basic, and yet so many of us miss that. What percentage of time do you think that happens? Is that pretty frequent?
It happens up to half the time. It's
Wow.
really remarkable. I think it also really telegraphs where the candidate is in their hiring process. I mean, it's if sometimes if you source a candidate, they might take a more of a passive take on it. So as a hiring manager, you can also get a really good sense of, is this candidate really invested? They could be very talented, have the perfect background. You might reach out to them. They might, take your call. But if they then haven't reciprocated by learning about it, you might get really excited about who they are, but they're not really telling you they're excited about the role. So you want to use that as a signal either of competence or interest.
Wow, that is actually really interesting, Mike. That's actually one of the most insightful comments I've heard so far. So Mike Zagorsek here today. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.